We are live in Phoenix, Arizona, as the Suns are about to go into this interconference contest. And you really don't want to face the week ahead without our fine Sunday night broadcast. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Hart. So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. We've got Camby and Jones. And for the Suns, they've got Jason Kidd. A lot of people agree, Clark, that Phoenix is a great team, no doubt, but one that just hasn't been able to get over the top and actually win any championships. Their window may be closing. There's a little bit of age on that team.
Yeah, there certainly is. And you know what, Kevin? It's unfortunate, but there are really good teams throughout the history of the league that run into teams that are just a little better when it comes to winning the championship. And you know, it's too bad because you really like to see Nash get a ring. Sometimes it's just not in the cards, even for great players that play on really good teams.
That's good.
Well, we're off and running now. Those are the first points on the board, and we've got action underway.
Here's Stoudemire on the mark with the fadeaway. Here's Kidd. 1:29 left in the first. He tips it off. Gets rid of it. Number one. The shot misses. Now the Raptors take it the other way. So for the Suns, Clark, do you think it's now or never time for them this season?
You know, well, it might be. It might even be longer than that. These players stay in such great shape. The windows stay open a little longer in this day and age, Kevin. You worry more about young guys coming in than your own age, I think.
You think older players can play longer now?
I think so. I think the window is longer because of all of the training, the attention to detail and taking care of their bodies, the way they manage themselves. I think that's certainly realistic.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, one of the tests of a great point guard is being able to get wherever you want on the court at all times, and Steve Nash undoubtedly can do that. Nash said, "I'm not the most explosive guy, I know that. To be successful, I have to use change of direction. I have to use my balance. I have to use my coordination. I have to use my own advantages. I am lucky to be just quick enough to get just where I need to go and do just what I need to do." Might be the biggest understatement right there, Kevin.
No doubt about that. Thank you, Doris. The Suns making a switch here. Here's Christie. Again, Toronto. Here's Kidd. 32 seconds left in the first quarter. Number one. He's guarded by Williams. Williams working against Jones. Kept alive. Fires a three. Jones gets the board inside. Good if it goes. And no good trying to get that one. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Raptors lead by 4.
Well, their defense has been superb, Kevin. They're talking, working together, and really making it a challenge to score.
The NBA here on 2K Sport. A closely contested game here at the start of the second quarter. And so here is Toronto. 4-point game. Well, a tough season for the Raptors last year, Clark, and they really struggled on the road.
They certainly did. Defensively is where they had their problems. Only 15-26. Not the worst road record, but certainly close to it.
So for Toronto right now, we've got Camby and Williams. Here's Christie. A second chance effort. And laying it in as that one falls through.
That's a terrific play. All he had to do was catch it and finish.
Toronto on D. 6-point game. Well, Clark, how do you improve your play on the road?
I think it's a defensive focus, a mentality you have to take. That's the key first and foremost. And then you have to be ready to make key plays at key times to get those close wins on the road.
Outside Williams. Now Jones. And flush through with two hands.
He rises above the opposition, literally, every time he steps on the court. He gives you at least one of those.
Clark, he's got surreal athleticism, always impressive. And that was our Sprite Slam Cam, bringing you the close-up on the big jam. A piece of it. Down low. Pass to Williams. Here's Christie, and he drops it in on the layup. He's got 6.
Kevin, they're fighting extremely hard right here. Bit by bit, just trying to pull away.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. The Suns making a switch here. Here's Kidd. No points for him.
Great opportunity to go 2 for 1 here. You want to take full advantage of the time remaining.
Number 23. Scooped up. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That's good. And so here is Toronto. They've led by as much as 10.
Got a great jump on the ball there, Kevin.
Here's Kidd. The shot, no good.
Really, this isn't going to get it done for him here. I mean, they're pressing too hard. You can see it. They're tight. They're forcing it. You've got to stay within yourself. They're trying to get the three-point game going, but they're trying too hard, and it's backfiring on them.
And the first half is now in the books. It's the Raptors. They lead by 7.
No better way to unwind on a Sunday night. We've got your HP halftime report. Toronto leading against the Suns out at U.S. Airways Center. A huge advantage in points in the paint. They're having their way inside. Marcus Camby has been productive. Lighten up that scoreboard. He's making it ring like a pinball machine. And the Suns going all out. They're getting after it on the offensive boards, making plays with sheer energy. Jason Kidd, he stood out early. Lighten up that scoreboard. He's making it ring like a pinball machine. And now we send you back to our crew of Kevin, Clark, and Doris. Hope to see you next time.
Now the second half in point. And so here is Toronto. They lead by 7. Well, I think one of the stories last year is that the Suns finally got past their postseason nemesis, the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, that was very impressive and really a cause for celebration amongst the Suns. They felt great about handling the Spurs the way they did, and then just kind of ran into too much size against the Lakers and got short-circuited there.
So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Raptors leading by 5. Here's Camby, and he rips that one down.
He has almost supernatural bouncing ability. He can bounce right out of the building.
Only a handful of players have that kind of athleticism, Clark.
Excellent job to disrupt that pass. Those deflections are really an underrated defensive play.
Toronto ID, 7-point differential.
This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your core star players.
Kept alive. Williams passes to Kim. Here's Jones. Outside Williams. Jacks up the triple. Kidd grabs the board. Suns trail by 7. The dump off. Number 1. Off the mark with the 3 ball.
They're really hurting with his performance here. He just hasn't played up to his standard so far.
Back to Williams. It's blocked. They retain possession. 7-second difference. Shot game clock. Here's Camby. Here's Stoudemire. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
Not a bad foul there, Kevin. You don't want him to get the easy layup.
The first one falls. And the Suns making a change here. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Now here's Johnson. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. For 3, Kidd. Missed. Some great basketball so far as we end the third quarter. And we'll be back in just a moment. As the fourth quarter gets on here, let's check out our Sprite Spark of the Game, presented by Sprite. Hey, Doris.
Thanks, Kevin, and it's the Raptors with the Spark Award for the stretch they put together. They jumped out early with a big run in the first period, and they've protected that lead since, guys.
Great, Doris. That big scoring run being a difference maker, Clark, in this game.
Well, it often comes in spurts, Kevin. Spurtability is what I call it, and that's what happened today.
Here's Johnson. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. We've got Camby and Jones. Here's Williams. A foul called, and he earns a trip to the line.
First personal foul, team's first. Williams.
Off target on the first.
2 shots.
Sinks the second, and that narrows the gap to 7.
They can't afford too many missed free throws, Kevin. They need every point they can get.
Here's Toronto. They led by as much as 10. Right side, Williams. Connects from 13 feet out. Williams has got his first 2 points of the night. The Suns running out of time. They trail by 9 points. Johnson left side from deep. Williams commits the loose ball foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul, team's first.
And Toronto has possession. They have a 9-point lead. Here's Stoudemire, and he makes the basket. So 1 free throw coming up as he'll try to make it a 3-point play.
That's his first personal foul, second team foul. Stoudemire at the line of 3.
And no problem at the line here for the 3-point play. Here's Johnson. 1:16 left to the fourth. Kidd takes it up. It's off.
He's usually automatic from that close. The defense must have affected him.
Stoudemire is guarded by Johnson. Here's Stoudemire. And Toronto turns it over.
That was an ugly possession. They were out of sync completely, and the ball just sailed out of bounds.
And the Suns making a change here. And the Suns call time here. They're down by 12. 55 seconds left in the game. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, in that last break, I listened to the Suns coach address his team. He pumped his team up, saying, it's moments like these that you play for. Leave everything you have on the court and play like you know you can. Let's watch, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. Here's Kidd, blocked, but they recover it. Another block. They recover it. And Toronto has possession. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. Jacks up a 3. And again, Toronto no luck. Here's Johnson.
Kevin, not much they can do right now. Time is not on their side.
No good. Now Jones. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Camby. High and down hard. That's 7 unanswered.
They're leading by double digits, and I'd say this game is essentially done.
And the Suns call time. They're losing by 14. 9 seconds left to the fourth. Clark, what are your thoughts?
They're going to talk strategy or perhaps what's on the dinner menu tonight, because this one is really about over. They have no chance of winning this game.
And Phoenix has possession. It's a 14-point game.
Well, he gives up some height, but he didn't give up drop. Nice ball.
Here's Jones. Offline. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
Thanks for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Doris Burke and the whole crew and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time. But first, let's check out the Jordan Brand Player of the Game.